Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be an updated makeup routine. So I'm just going to show you what I've been doing with my makeup recently. And yeah, I'm just going to show you that. So let's get into the video. But before I do not forget to subscribe and don't forget to like, comment, and yeah, give me a shout if you want to see any video. And also let me know for any video requests in the comments box below. Let's get into the video. Right, so I keep all my makeup in this little thingy here. I've actually got this from Look Fantastic. It came with the beauty box subscription that I had like a year ago, and I keep all of my like products in here, what I use. This is quite a lot of stuff, to be honest, but I do have some other stuff that I use as well, but obviously we'll go through that. So let's get into this. I've literally cleansed my skin, I've put my SPF on, and I'm just going to start with primer and stuff. So I'm using my favorite Charlotte Tilbury primer. You guys already know how much I love this primer. It does have SPF in there, which is amazing. So it's really going to help to keep your makeup on, but also give you sun protection, which is obviously great. So I'm looking over there because there's a mirror there. And it just keeps my face kind of matte throughout the day, but I always do one trick to help my makeup stay a bit more matte. Now I'm just going to add my Charlotte Tilbury. I will put all the products in the description box below as well, but yeah, this is my Charlotte Tilbury lip oil. It smells insane. Oh my gosh, guys, great. So I've actually run out of setting spray. Normally I have like 3 or 4 setting sprays, but I'm all out. So at the moment I've just been using this mint mattifying one from the Body Shop, just to spray my face. It smells absolutely amazing, and it is mattifying, and the scent is good enough to eat, honestly. So I'm just gonna let that cool off a bit. Then I'm gonna add some translucent powder. This is what I do to keep my skin matte but also kind of glowy as well, because I naturally have very oily skin. I'm just going to use my True Match powder from L'Oreal. I love this powder. It's an oldie but goodie. I bought it in lockdown and I absolutely love it. I just use it wherever I get oily. My cheeks get oily, my chin gets oily, my forehead gets oily, around my mouth gets a little bit. And it is going to be looking casket ready, of course, because obviously it's like a translucent powder, but any translucent powder will do. I do this all the time and it does help to give me that extra matte look. My nose gets oily. My nose gets really oily. It's giving ghost, but it's fine. Yeah, so that's like my skin prep done, and sometimes I go back in and I spray my skin again, but yeah, that's normally what I do to prep my skin. Right, so I actually have been on holiday. Well, I went on holiday 2 months ago and I still do have a bit of a tan left, just a smidget. I've been going in with my foundation. My normal foundation is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop one, or the Charlotte Tilbury one, but it's a little bit too red for me. But this one, these two have just been working amazingly for me. So this one is the matte. This one is the Fit Me Maybelline foundation in Rich Espresso, and then the Florence Concealer in, I'll put it down below, 0195. And these two make my skin look like my color. I don't like to look like too light, or you know, I just want to look like my shade. So yeah, I've been using this, and I also love my L'Oreal one as well, but this one hit the other day when I used it. So I just go in with my foundation now, and I just literally apply a little bit. It doesn't have a pump or anything, but you can really see like that looks like my skin tone right away. It's not too red as well. Sometimes my foundations can look a little bit red, but this one is not at all. I'm just going to blend that in, and I'm not using a lot as well. I've tried to use less product because I feel like when you use a lot, your makeup will literally just do more and start separating and start caking up. So that's not what we're going for. Look at that. Perfect match. Just take a bit over my eyes as well normally. You can't tell me this foundation is not perfect. I love matching my skin, so when I put like all my concealers and everything on, it's just gonna look banging. Right, concealer. This concealer I actually use under my eyes, the Florence one, and I use just around my top lip because it's a little bit darker there. This one comes out really watery and it is quite red, but I don't mind that because I actually mix it. And I love the applicator. It comes with like a metal applicator. You can get Florence in Superdrug and you can get Florence on ASOS as well. And I do take it quite far down because I'm quite heavy under my eyes, as we can all see. So I'm just gonna blend that in, and this is what I do. This literally normally takes me about 10 minutes to do this whole look. And I do take it over my eyes as well because I do not really wear eyeshadow a lot at the moment. I've gone off eyeshadow. Go through phases. Sometimes I'm like eyeshadow queen and sometimes I'm like, no, I don't have time. But I do love me a bronzy eyeshadow. I'm just gonna pack that a bit around the mouth. I'm darker around the mouth. Sorry about the lighting on the video, it keeps changing. But you see the skin, like that's the look I like. It looks like I haven't got makeup on, and I definitely do. Right, so my brows are quite like naturally quite thick, even though I thin them out. But normally what I do is actually don't put anything in them anymore. I just fluff them up and then I conceal around them. So I've been using my Got2b. This thing is amazing. It's for brows and it's also for edges, but I like to use it on my brows, and you can use it on your brows. I just fluff them upwards and outwards. Sometimes my brows can look not as dark, but I just tint them. And then I just go in with my, what do you call this, LA Girl Pro Concealer. This concealer, look at it guys, I'm not letting it go. I've had it for about, oops, I've had it for a very long time and I'm not letting it go anytime soon. I feel like it's probably like £10 now, when before it used to be like, you already know, the OGs know about LA Girl Concealer. It's great, I love it, and it's like one of my favourite products, and I'll keep rebuying it. My shade I believe is Espresso. It's rubbed off. Oh, it's still there, Espresso. They also do one called Dark Cocoa, but I think this one works better for me for around my brows. I'm just gonna do the top too. I like to do the top and bottom. I could do my brows like with my eyes closed pretty much. Yes, so that's my brows pretty much done. So what I like to do now is I like to just go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I just add a little bit here just to lighten it up a bit, not a lot. And then I just blend that out. Just to give it a bit more brightness under the eyes. But you can see the difference, like that's just made it look a bit more, you know, lifted. I take it a little bit far down and quite high up. I like to always take my product quite far out to make it look more highlighted, but you can see how highlighted and lovely that looks. And then I just blend it in. I have been loving cream blushes, so this one is actually from Barry M and it's called Blackberry. I want to get some more of these. They do come out quite heavy, but I love the color. It looks crazy, but watch this. Then I'm just going to blend this out. I can do this now because my skin is still kind of wet. It doesn't separate all my makeup and powder and stuff, and it just looks like really nice and natural. I do take it across my nose as well. And I like to take it higher because I like all my makeup to look really nice and high, especially if you're looking from the side. I want it to look nice and high. Sometimes I'll take it over my eyelids as well, just a little bit. Right, now while that's just simmering down, I go back in with my setting mist. And while that's going on, I just do my eyes. So I just use my Charlotte Tilbury product, Line Flick, and my mascara just to create like a little liner. Great, and now I'm just going to add my mascara. I use a lot of mascara because I don't wear lashes, so I like it to look quite, not clumpy, but I do like to wear quite a bit. Because I feel like it needs it, you know? Great, now I'm just going to set my under eyes. So sometimes I use my Laura Mercier powder, but that's more for going out. For day to day, I use my True Match again. Love this powder. And I just literally pack it under my eye. And I take it quite high up. You can just see how beautifully that has set the makeup. I'm not even joking. I'm going to have to buy a few more of these because I feel like I can't find this anymore. Or like this formula. And I just set my brow bone. And I don't go over my blush. I keep that powder free because I'm going to go in with some powder in a second. And I just use it kind of like an all over face powder. But it doesn't look grey. That's why I love this powder. Like, if it's giving grey, let me know. But I don't think it's giving grey. I think it's giving, I still have melanin in my skin. Take this large brush and I just kind of make sure everything is like dusted away, and I always take it down, just blend down to my neck. Righty ho. So now we're going to add blusher. This looks scary, but trust me, it will look cute. This is actually from H&M. I got it last year and it's just a really nice pinky blush. And I just think it looks so pretty. It's more pinky. I always change my mind with blusher. I go through phases. Sometimes I love pink, sometimes I love like orange, but at the moment I'm loving pink and orange blushes. I just think that looks really, really nice. What do y'all think? Let me know if you think the pink blusher is a yay or nay. And then I take a bit over my eyes just to make sure it's kind of seamless. And I always kind of take it like across here as well. Okay, I think I'm getting a bit carried away now. Yeah. Right, and what I do sometimes is actually use like my Morphe palette here. Just kind of mix like all these burnt colours together, and I just apply a little bit on top so it doesn't look as pink. Take it across the nose and across the eyes. We're going to do lip. So I like to just go over my lip line with a little bit of translucent powder so it doesn't slip all off and doesn't move around. Then I just use my Charlotte Tilbury Bad Romance lip liner. It's like a purpley shade. I do press quite hard as well. Great. And then I'm going to use my butter gloss in Fudge Me from NYX. Sorry, I'm going to use my butter gloss in Caramelt. Right guys, I had to move because the lighting. I'm just going to finish off with my Fenty gloss in Fenty Glow. That brings me to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching guys, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on my next one. Bye.
Yeah, yeah.